other so like actually talk. Alright, well, I have Kim. I'll start off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can go on. We'll find topics.
You already started? Yeah.
It's ours. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, then we're ready to go.
Oh, we already okay. Well, you're listening to Hollywood Basement Radio with your host Ivan and your other host John, with a special guest from a buddy of mine from high school named Kevin.
Boy. Yeah, I'm just I don't know. I'm just like a 21-year-old guy. Like, I don't know who listens to podcasts, but I doubt anybody wants to hear me talk. Like, I really like, who wants to hear my opinions on anything? But we're gonna do it and see how this goes. Yeah.
All right. Well, not today. I didn't have this podcast in mind, but Kevin messaged me out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, Ivan, I'm doing shrooms now, and I want to do a podcast." I'm like, "What?" And keep in mind, Kevin deleted all social media, everything, so I didn't even know where Kevin was at all.
Yeah. Just still at home, not doing anything. I mean, I could say that. That's pretty much what I tell everybody. What have you been doing? Nothing. I've been doing a lot of random stuff, just besides like working at, let's not name the company because, you know, it's kind of embarrassing at this point. But besides that, I've been like trying to finish writing a movie that I've been working on since I was like 17. Well, I've had the idea since I was like 17. Didn't really
what's the movie
it.
about anyway? Like, well, not. I'm not saying like, "Whoa, tell me the whole thing." No, like,
what's it about?
No, like, what's the genre anyway?
Genre? I'm gonna say drama. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about right now because it's completely unfinished idea. They could completely change whenever. I have a lot of random ideas that I could make into movies, but it's not really. I'm trying to get like a complete story before I start writing it. I just write down like a piece of paper of like what the entire plot will be and then start writing the script. But I just like essays and stuff, I go back and forth. I rewrite, delete while I'm going. People tend to like just fucking write it all and then go back and edit it. That's not really how I work. I'll get like an idea for like, that's gonna be like 3-page part of the movie. And that'll take me like hours, like 20 hours just to do like 3 pages because I go back and forth and I was like, this doesn't sound good or whatever, that doesn't sound natural, put that, erase, go back and forth.
Is there a love story in it?
No, it's not.
Is it like a bio of your life?
No, it's not that generic. It's actually good. Like, I know much. Like,
it's actually pretty good.
It's actually, no, because like when people give me like movie ideas and I'm just like, no, that's not gonna work.
You know what we should add?
What?
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Actually, just do a cameo. She'll be in the back. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing now, but does she still look good? Is that, I don't know.
Oh, you fucking know.
I don't know either. The last thing I remember about Pamela Anderson is that she was on Borat, and Borat tried to kidnap her. That didn't go so well, and that's the last thing I remember about her. Wait, was it Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan? You know how they just fucking went crazy, you know?
That was Britney Spears.
Oh, well, I can't remember. No, I think Lindsay Lohan just
both of them went crazy, yeah.
I think, and one of them lost a finger recently.
They did?
They lost a finger.
Who?
Wait, who?
Which one?
Hold
I don't know. Google it.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No. For one of them lost a finger recently.
I mean,
I was like,
Person might be Lindsay Lohan.
I know Lindsay Lohan developed a British accent all this time.
No. If you're talking about with that weird ass finger, it's probably Megan Fox with that weird.
If you're talking about a toe,
no,
she has a weird toe.
No. One of them lost a finger on her hand.
Yeah, it was Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, I knew it. Yeah, it's one of those crazy bitches. I don't know. Yeah, they just go fucking crazy, man. So when you get famous really young, you can't really raise yourself right. Look at Demi Lovato. I don't know what.
Can't.
I'm sorry for anybody. I'm not roasting on Demi Lovato, but she kind of raised herself, and that didn't go so well.
I didn't even know she did drugs. I mean, everyone does drugs, but I didn't know.
No, I mean, people think, okay, they're like, all right, crack and weed, that is not the same thing. that is completely different. All right. People like will try to compare that, and we're like, well, I mean, yeah, weed's not. People say they're like, oh, everything's fine with weed. You can do weed. I'm like, not really. There's bad things to it too. Like, you know, if you smoke weed chronically, your bones become weaker. You get hairline fractures and shit.
Hairline fractures?
Hairline fractures in your bones, but if you smoke weed all the time.
Oh.
So people think it's all positive, and I'm like, no. I mean, there's negatives to it.
That
too.
was my thing with people, but the potheads are
Oh,
basically.
dude, those are the guys.
Fatty.
If you're like 17 in high school and you're smoking weed all day, you're probably gonna get into crack one day. I'm probably way off, but from like what our high school experience was like, it kind of seemed like that.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember 6th grade that well, since I mentioned the story about getting hit in the nuts. Do you remember a kid who snitched on this other kid for having a pound of weed in the bathroom?
Oh, I remember. They called them
Boy.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Did they say a pound of weed?
I think it was a pound of weed.
I
Like
heard,
a
like-
brick. I'm like,
Oh
you're in
shit!
6th grade. How do you have a brick?
I didn't hear about. I heard about that, but I didn't. Are you sure? I swear I only heard. I was like, it was 1 gram of weed, which sounded reasonable. Like if it, I mean, like that's still like when I was in 6th grade. I was like, what? 1 gram of weed? Jesus Christ! These children are out of control. That's what my 6th grade experience was like. I was scared. I was a weird child. When I was a kid, I was scared of adults. I was like, all right, this adult's yelling at me. I will start crying. now kids get screamed at by adults, and kids are like, motherfucker, do you know who I am?
I'm that kid.
Like, Jesus
I'm that
Christ.
kid who skipped nap time.
Yeah. These kids are wild nowadays, man.
I remember when that situation happened, the kid who snitched, then he got jumped the next day.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Was it?
Boy.
Remember?
Boy.
His name was
Boy.
Okay, different one.
a little white.
The humpback
Was
whale.
that his name?
Badong. Dong.
He snitched, and then we saw he had a black eye.
Wait,
He
are
had
we not
bruises.
supposed to mention that?
You started mentioning names. I'm like, I'm gonna go with it, but I'm gonna tell John. Censor
My-
that.
Alright, I got 3 already.
My bad, John. I forgot about this.
Well, anyway, that kid.
It's okay. They won't know who we're talking about.
No, fucking, I don't fucking know.
They
But
won't.
anyway, the kid, he had a black eye. He had bruises all over his face. It was so bad they jumped. The kids in that hallway jumped him. He had to be sent to a different hallway, so that he would be avoided. There was times the teacher had to escort him to his car, just because he snitched. But I remember that kid who got arrested, who had the brick of weed. We were all in the cafeteria, and then we saw a cop car pull up. The kid got arrested, like got handcuffed. And everyone was like, oh my god! In the cafeteria, off the window, everybody started screaming. And some girls started crying. Like, they started legit crying. I'm like, Jesus!
Jeez, man, this
Chill.
is 6th grade. I grew up thinking everybody was when I was a kid, I thought all adults were just smart. I just like when I was a kid, I grew up like that. I thought they were all smart. I remember my dad. I don't know if I told you this. My dad, one time we were parked outside of a gas station. Some homeless lady went up and asked them, "Do y'all have any money?" And my dad was like, "No, we don't have any money." He's like, "I'll give you change," and he gave her change. And she was like, "I see you have more money in there." He's like, "You can give more or whatever." And then like as a kid, I felt bad. I was like, "You're not gonna give her any dollars or anything?" I grew up, and then I was like, that lady was a fucking crackhead. And I was like, I would not. I grew up, and then I was like, I wouldn't have given her any money. As a kid, I felt bad, and I grew up, and I'm like, fuck no, fuck these people.
Oh, hell yeah, when you get old, you start realizing shit. Like,
Yeah.
remember we were in Mexico and near the frontera? I don't know. Wow, you haven't been there in a while.
I don't want to get deported.
Well,
I have papers.
I know, but I remember we were just walking around. There's this blind dude who had a hat. He was going like this, and my fucking young ass, who felt bad enough, gave him a 20. Keep in mind, a 20 in Mexico, that's a kind of
That's
fucking.
like $1 million.
No, it's not, but it's reasonable. It's a reasonable amount. But $20,
Yeah.
20 fucking bucks. But here's when I caught. When I got older, I'm like, there's a lot of beggars in Mexico that they swear they have a disease, but it's all just an act.
It is just an act. It's all an act. I got saluted by one guy in Dallas.
You got
He saluted me. He came up to me. He was like, he went and did a salute to me, and he was like, told me he was in the army. He had no money. He made up the story, and I was like, you have like 3 teeth, man. You were not in the army. And I'm like, yeah, it's a good story, but. And then he went up to like literally just the people beside me doing the same thing, and they're like, I have no cash. Like I didn't give him money. And the guys were like, I like how he did the salute. And everything. He just like saluted us. I was like, that's pretty good.
I remember I had a homeless dude. We were in town, and famous town in Texas City, and there was there's this area where a lot of edgy kids like to go to.
Edgy.
But keep in mind, there's a lot of homeless guys there too.
Shut up!
Yeah, it's that place.
You can mention.
Yeah,
you
yeah, you can.
Oh, anyway, but the point is,
Whoops.
How many you have? How many you have
So
now?
3.
Okay, good.
what happened, I was with a group of friends, and one of them happened to mention poetry night.
Yeah.
This hobo legit turned around. And he's like, excuse me, fellas. You guys happen to say the magic word, poetry. And he legit just started rapping. I'm like, it wasn't bad either. It was fucking good. But I don't carry cash on me. So I felt bad. I'm like, damn, this dude just gave me a performance. I got shit to give him.
Dude, oh man, I feel the same way. There's helpful hobos sometimes. They'll be like, hey man, don't park right there, park over here. And they'll like find the parking spot for me. I'm like, yeah, thanks man. They're like, you got any money? And I'm like, nah. Hey, thanks for the spot though, man. I appreciate it. I never carry cash with me. I'd be the worst person to get mugged. I never keep any cash in my checking account. I just use credit and pay for my savings. Like,
what's your PIN number?
like if someone tried to mug me, I'd be like, well, we gotta find the ATM then. And my ATM only dispenses in 20s. I don't know how you're gonna get a 20 off of $7 in my checking account. You'd be the worst guy. So you can take my cards, but let's just let you know, man, I'm gonna cancel them right now. And then I'd get stabbed.
And then they'll take your phone too. Then that's where you fuck up.
And this is the good thing about me. I'm very smart. I carry on a decoy phone with me at all times. They're like, you still have an S3? And I'm like, that's my decoy phone.
I kind of want to carry a prop phone now, just in case. You never fucking know.
It's true. Yeah, it's a good idea.
They sell them on eBay.
Always,
I've seen it.
I have pepper spray on me, man. Like, you can't be walking around like that. I mean,
Give me
okay.
a license for a pepper spray or something.
No, you can buy it anywhere. You can.
I carry a knife on me. I don't carry pepper spray.
How the fuck you get a knife? Yeah, you can buy a knife anywhere. I mean, guns? Nah, I mean.
But yeah, I kind of need a. I don't know about carrying a gun.
I'm not all about guns, you know. I'm really scared of them because I never shot a real one, but I shot a pellet gun and just being like, when is it gonna shoot?
Start fucking moving the gun.
Yeah, I'm kind of what you call a spineless pussy. And
Hey, fuck you. A gun never hurt anybody. It's the person behind the gun.
And I'm like, oh no, I think it's the gun. I think like, hey, you know, like in Australia, they took away the guns and then they stopped having massacres. It's a different culture and everything, yeah. But they're like, well, if we take away guns, they're gonna bring them to Mexico or something. I don't know. People come up with
we don't even
stuff,
have guns in Mexico.
I'm like, I don't think the people don't have guns. It's
the cartels do, yeah, but those are illegally guns.
Yeah, they're not registered to anybody.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate talking about guns because then people would get offended. I'm like, man, that goes for both sides. The right and the left will get offended.
Yeah, you can't talk about guns in any sense. You can't make fun of guns. You can't
Don't talk about my gun like that.
Don't talk about guns, man. I like my gun. And then like people will talk about it. Like I heard someone talking about it the other day. It's like the only people who don't like guns are people who haven't shot a gun. He's like, I used to be really against guns, and then I shot one, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see why.
I can see what the hype's about.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't want you to take my thing away from me.
But like, nah, I don't know. I've never shot a gun, so I don't know. It's nothing I really plan on doing. But just as long as I don't get killed by one day. And if I get killed by one, I'd be like, I'm dead, so I can't really worry about it now. Like, I don't know, right and left and right, up, down. I don't know. Do they play Mario Kart? I have no idea. Everyone's played Mario Kart, but. Yeah, I don't really align myself in either. I used to be. I guess I could say I'm more left than right, but I'm not really liking either one very good. I don't like arguing about it, especially because I can't vote. So I'm like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do about it? You know how people say I said that wrong. How one man can make a difference, and I'm like, not me. Like I can't vote. In that sense, yeah. Environment, like the old people right now, they're just like making decisions like they're gonna die, so they're just like, fuck the environment, I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna be doing man, fuck this shit.
And growing up, like I was like, you're fucking assholes, man. But now I see it, I'm not like that, but I can see why they're like that. Like they're like, well, we're gonna fucking die. Well, yeah, fuck the environment. They're making shit like,
fuck, bro.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate from the left right now.
we barely got any listeners anyway.
You got any listening? Everyone's that, and literally probably everybody that hears this is a lefty. Hey, I'm on your side, man. Alright. More on your side than on the right side. I mean, like, gonna be honest with you. Fuck rich people. I don't care. They're like, I gotta pay all these taxes. I'm like, dude, you have $1 million. You pay 40%. You have still $600,000. You're way better than the guy who has negative $200 in his account. They're like, do they have to pay any taxes? No, they gotta pay their own fair share. They have no money. What are they gonna pay? Like, yeah, because they can't ever see anything from anybody else's point of view. Stop looking at stuff from your own point of view, man. That's how I used to look at stuff. And then I took mushrooms, and I was like, oh, okay.
See, that's the Joe Rogan moment right there.
Yeah, that is the Joe Rogan moment.
When he's like, yeah, dude, it's because I smoke weed. I'm like, fucking
Okay,
damn it.
No.
There we go. We just saw someone.
People align those two things, and they're not even the same at all. When I smoked weed, I felt stupid. I'm like, this is not productive at all. I could never do homework like this. And then
Didn't you do edibles?
Yeah, you felt like a goddamn retard. I was in my room watching a movie, and somehow I ended up in the kitchen. And I was like, how the fuck did I get here? And then I went back to my room, and I was like, watching the movie. I was an hour in, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, why do people like doing this? I felt retarded. I was like, if I'm disabled right now, this is what it's like. I feel like I'm mentally retarded. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, wow, that was a waste of $20.
But don't they sell like cool little snacks and shit? I've never done edibles before.
No, you don't have to.
Like, do they sell? I don't know. They sell hot Cheeto versions of that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or do you just buy straight up cookies and shit?
I bought a brownie from I bought it
Tommy.
from the middleman. Oh shit, cut that out.
Narc.
Narc.
Fucking narc.
Alright.
4.
Yeah, that's...
Fucking narc
It
kid.
was the middleman. Yeah, let's cut that one out. I got it from I don't know who it was, but and I was like, wow, that is a waste of money. And then, like, I don't know, weed is not even aligned with mushrooms at all. You can't even compare. People will try to compare it. I'm like, nope. I've never used them recreationally. I'm gonna be honest. Like, recreational would be like, I go to a party. I don't like parties. I'm sounding like a loser right now. I don't like parties. And I'm like, well, I don't give a shit about who's at any party. So, especially not my age. You ever go to a party with people our age? There's no talking going on. It's just people like fighting.
Bringing guns.
People bringing guns.
Oh my god! I got a rant about
getting
the gun
completely drunk. I was like,
bullshit,
wow,
dude.
this is the worst. The party, like, this is completely different from what I've seen in the movies.
Project X.
Oh yeah, it was more like Project X.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Dude, oh my.
That's how it was like.
In middle school, I remember so fucking well because how cringy middle school. Eighth and 7th grade was the most awkwardest years for every fucking little kid.
It was bad. I hated 7th and 8th grade.
Why is middle school? I feel like if like this is a general fucking answer to the world, well, the United States in general, but fucking. And once kids hit the certain age where they're hitting puberty, stop sending them to school.
Dude, yeah, we could stop all of that.
Stop sending them to school, and once they're done hitting puberty, they can come back.
Yeah, let's skip like 2 years in between there, and then we come back and you're like, I think that did us some good, because when I was in 7th and 8th grade, it was just like so weird. I would walk down the hallway and I'm like, God, don't make contact with me.
I got a fucking boner, bro. Chill.
Oh man. It was like, dude, it was so weird. You get like, you have like your first real crush, and you're just like, oh fuck, that was so.
Bro, she's dancing with another guy.
You're just so weird. It's like, why is this a thing?
Now
Why is this age a thing? Why? Let's just skip 2 years.
Now that I think about it, I feel so bad for the teachers who were chaperoning the school dances because you had little kids started fucking grinding on each other, and you think, I'm like, boy, this is underage shit.
The teachers are probably thinking, dude, when did these kids first get their boners? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is way too early for this.
But if you think about it, I would hate to be a teacher, a chaperone teacher, because of what they fucking do. They have to. The moment they see a kid start grinding on another kid, he's like, hey, no boner time right now. No, the kid's like, oh, what the fuck did I put my boner in?
Dude, kids had no shame.
Oh, no, they didn't.
I was more,
It's a conservative.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know how you are, but I was more introverted, so I was not one of those kids. But like being like in 9th grade and 9th grade was still pretty weird for me.
Yeah,
it was after that, then it got kind of more normalized.
Were you a late bloomer, Kevin?
Late, but I don't know what you mean by that.
You hit puberty kind of late.
Puberty is.
I feel like I hit puberty late.
Well, like in puberty is like I grew pubes. Like what do you mean? Like in a sense of maturity, like I think I'm pretty mature right now.
When your voice changes and bullshit like that.
Oh, I still have a terrible voice.
Oh,
I don't think I've hit maturity. I don't think I've hit puberty yet. You guys.
I'm still hitting puberty. I'm still hitting puberty right now.
Like I think we're going through it right now.
I feel that way too, honestly.
Yeah, but like being in those grades, it was just so weird for me because like I was more introverted than like an extrovert, and like I see kids do shit like do that, and I'm like, Jesus fuck, man. I was like, these kids are already doing that. These kids, I heard a story where kids were fucking in the restroom in our high school. This was when we were in 10th grade. How old? We're 16. And everyone probably hearing this like, what, you never fucked in the restroom before? And I'm like, no! I don't think that's normal.
Oh, man. School was weird. I remember in 5th grade, it was the end of the fucking day, and then the fucking announcer came on. It's like, ding! To all the female students, I want to point out, lately we've been having a girl after school spread her feces all over the bathroom walls. And I'm like, what?
I don't remember that.
It was when you're stupid, you gotta stay for tutoring.
Oh.
Because it's been happening around that time, and I stayed during tutoring.
A better response to it, like if a kid did that announcement, which one of you motherfuckers is putting shit on the restroom walls? Stop that shit, man.
And then they
no pun intended.
No, that actually fucking happened. That actually happened because after the principal was done saying that, the janitor came to the fucking announcers like, yeah, I think it's gross because these little young kids, they be doing that feces and spread, and y'all age now, and y'all just you gotta use toilet paper. Like
you're a great public speaker, man.
Stupid stuff. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
You're really inspiring. He sounded like, why are you trying to be inspiring to?
Are you trying to toilet paper?
Are you trying to inspire us to use toilet paper? First off, you're the worst. You're one of the worst public speakers I've ever heard. And you're a janitor. Second off, no one's gonna listen to you. I remember when the principal said, "Hey, it's not the janitor's job to clean up after you." I'm like, that is literally their only job.
Our janitors were so lazy in school, dude. In high school, middle school, we had the fucking rudest janitor fucking ever, dude.
They sucked.
I don't like bringing up racism into my podcast.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
I'm gonna bring it up. But you gotta keep in mind the school districts that me and Kevin went to. It wasn't the pretty one. It was basically if you were that race, well, you got in trouble for it.
Yeah, man. It's just, I mean,
because honestly, me and my buddies, we got in trouble because we were there at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh yeah.
Because in lunch. We always, you
were quote unquote loitering.
No, you have your own lunch table. Everybody knows they have their assigned lunch table. It ain't assigned, but you just know it's your table.
Yeah.
Well, this one day, these group of Mexicans took our table, so me and my group of Mexicans were like, well, where the fuck are we gonna sit? So we sat over there for that day. The next day, we sat back on our old table, and then the custodian went over to our table. He banged so fucking hard, and then he's like, after this, you guys are going to the principal's office. And we're like, the fuck we do? And then, Mr. I don't even give a fuck.
Don't say his name.
I'm gonna say his fucking name.
How many counts we got, John?
We got about...
His name? Okay, it doesn't really matter. But anyway,
Damn.
that teacher, that principal, legit told me, all right, Pablo, Jose, Juan, get up. I'm like...
Wow, that is very racist.
I don't know.
What's even funnier is that he got one of the names right.
Yeah, he got one of them right. But I'm like, in my head, I didn't know what racism was. So I'm like, well, I think you confused my name. Because then I'm like, I think you look more like Apollo than me. So we got up. We were all scared as shit because that principal was scary as fuck. Is that the cat?
I was always very intimidated by it.
But we went up there. Then he said, I heard that you guys dirtied up the table yesterday. And we're like, what? We didn't even get to sit at that table yesterday. So then he's like, yeah, but it was a group of little Mexicans that were sitting there.
Wow, that is not racist at all.
So then I'm like, And I'm like, swear to truth. Like that's how my grammar was. Swear to truth. I swear to truth that it was like basically I swear to truth that we were sitting there, and then my buddy was like, no, like we swear we didn't even sit there yesterday, and then the person was like, all right, well I'm leaving y'all with a warning, but next time don't sit at that table ever again.
What?
I'm like, can't you just catch the students that did that, not us?
Jesus Christ, man! I remember it was so dumb. It was me. I asked. It was silent lunch.
Oh
This is
my
how bad our
fucking
school
god, I hated silence with a passion.
I don't know if anybody else in America has silent lunch when you're like in your teens. You're just like, wow, this is bullshit. And we had silent lunch. I asked the kid for a napkin and got 5 days of lunch detention. And they were like, why are we talking? I was like, I asked the kid for a napkin because my hands were dirty and you didn't let us get up to get napkins. You get 5 days. I'm like, what did I do?
That's what happens when you have an army lieutenant as a principal.
Yeah, he was a big douche.
An army lieutenant, keep in mind. I'm like, what is your ass doing at being a principal right now?
He had those little
Bitch!
ties. No offense.
Bitch!
But that shit is
Bitch!
5.
You can't say that.
No, you can't say that, boy.
This year you can't say that kind of
Hey
shit.
man,
It's really hard.
what if I said I was?
Titty boy.
Oh, it's fun. But anyway.
I'm not, but if I said it, it'd be
The
fine.
point is, he had a thing for the other group of people. The Mexicans, on the other hand, I am Mexican. In my school district, we were treated really fucking bad.
Yeah, we were. I got sent to the end of the line one time because some kid cut in front of me, and I was like, I mean, I didn't say nothing because I'm a spineless pussy, you know. And so I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, just cut in front of me. And she's like, both of you go to the end of the line. And I'm like, what did I do? And she's like, you let him cut in front of you. And I was like, no, he just cut in front of me. I don't even know this guy. And she was like, go or whatever. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're the most unreasonable people. Do you even principal, bro? Do you even, like, I was eating, ever since I was a kid, my mom used to make me take, like, vitamins and minerals. I would remember, like, I would take one in the hallway, drink some water, pass it down. She was like, what type of pills do you have? And I'm like, Jesus fuck, I'm in 8th grade. Do you think I'm doing that? I mean, maybe there are other kids.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, keep in mind, in 6th grade, we had a brick of weed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it now.
Remember how we all had mohawks? Little faux hawks and mohawks we had?
Yeah, man, that was the worst.
It was stupid. That's the thing about middle school. We had the stupidest haircuts, we had the stupidest clothes. But keep in mind,
I had the bowl.
yeah, you had a bowl haircut.
Why?
And then look at you now.
I know, man. I'm growing it back out. I'm growing this back out. I'm not gonna do this again. Yeah.
But
You know how you make mistakes? This is one of them.
well, you
Good
can't,
thing this
you
is
can't
a
put a kid
podcast.
back inside. But
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember I had a faux hawk. Well, it was considered a mohawk apparently, but it wasn't.
But it's a faux. Yeah, the mohawk goes all the way to the back. Right?
Yeah, I had a faux hawk. It was just like I had it right here. And the teacher said the most stupidest and cringiest. She always got on to me. He's like, you gotta get that haircut soon, because you can't let it get that tall. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. But I remember I was outside waiting for my mom to pick me up, and then she got next to me and she said the most cringiest and stupidest line I ever heard about my hair. She's like, wow, you can cut a piece of cake with that hair. I'm like,
Just kill me right now.
no, but
Just kill me right
she
now.
stuttered when she said that. She didn't even know what to say. Like she was waiting what to say, cupcake or a cake.
Oh my god.
I'm like, dude, stop. I'm like, my mom's here.
You hear? I don't know. I guess it's just we're at a certain age when you say things. Once you get to a certain age, you can't say certain things.
Around kids, yeah, we know.
You can't.
I'm a little boy.
You just can't be
Oh,
like,
no.
you can't be like 60. Like, this is an example. You can't be like 60 and be like, dude, I love Kendrick Lamar. You're just like, why? Or something. Like, it's not the right age for that.
I mean, I feel like once I hit 90, I'm still gonna be listening to Frank Ocean and shit.
Hopefully, so if we make
But
it
even
there.
though he might be dead.
Yeah, he might.
He will be dead if I'm 90.
Yeah,
If I'm
you
90
make it
years
to 90,
old.
He's a celebrity, man. They don't live long. I think I don't know anything about Frank Ocean, but I feel like he's actually just a smart guy in general.
Mhm.
I feel like he's not an idiot. I know a lot of celebrities. They're pretty stupid. A lot of...
Oh, you know the person?
No. Just reading stories.
No, I know.
Just by reading stories, and I'm like, I could see that. like someone's like, dude, I can't believe this and this celebrities did this, and I'm like, I could see it.
I could see it.
You don't know how celebrities live. They
Like what I said about Demi Lovato. Like you said, I didn't
talk
see
about
that.
Demi Lovato on here.
You can.
Okay.
Don't make fun of it.
Sorry, Demi Lovato. I mean, yeah.
I know you're listening right now, Demi Lovato, but
It's 'cause
She is from Texas, though.
It's because you come off as a different person to the media than who you really are. Like, I'm sure if you met Demi Lovato, just like personally, no offense to how she's coming off to people right now. How she's coming off to the media is that like she's like this sweet girl and all this, and I'm like, she told a story where she said she did cocaine like all day for like 2 months straight. How do you think she is? She as a
legit
person?
said that?
Yes, this happened.
Yeah.
No, I know she did. She overdosed or something like that, but
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not blaming her. She was raised horribly because she raised herself. She was 17 and making. But yeah.
Speaking about drugs,
Yes.
I remember this kid took I don't know what the fuck he took in class. I was a junior in high school, and I was in the stupid bullshit class. We had the typing class. So it's Path to Success.
Yeah.
That dumbass class we had to take. This kid was doing this. He was like, his eyes would roll back to his skull, and then he'll be like this, and then he's sitting next to me. And then there's one time he got a little bit closer. I was like, get the fuck away from me. Then the teacher's like, hey, are you all right, buddy? Are you okay? Can you do this assignment? And the kid's like,
Huh?
what? And then she's like, oh dear. Then she called the principal, and then the principal came and like escorted the kid out.
Yeah, I think he's overdosing.
Oh yeah, the kid was overdosing.
Jesus Christ, man, he go to
I
school.
don't know how the fuck he survived that shit, but he over fucking dosed. He
I-
started.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like I remember seeing the kids in the restroom like exchanging pills, and I'm like, and I took advantage of that, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I had antibiotics for my when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was like, I'm gonna sell these stupid ass kids antibiotics, and I did. I sold them antibiotics. I was like, I made a fortune off of it.
How much you made?
How much I made? I sold each pill for like $4. The bottle costed $30 for 30. It was very cheap.
How much did they buy from you?
They're fucking dumb. Little kids would buy like 5 each one.
$4 each. That's like 100. No, I'm just kidding. That's like $20.
You guys do the math on that. 5 times 4 equals something. I don't. We've been out of high school for a while. I can't really do that right now. That's 20. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah.
Wait,
you hear that right now? Like you.
Were you a senior? Were you a senior?
No, this is when I was a sophomore.
You sold it to the freshmen?
Huh?
You sold it to some freshmen?
No, I don't know what grades they were in. They're just kids I never even knew. Just fucking kids in the restroom. I saw them exchanging pills, and I was like, well, I have antibiotics. I was like, I think these kids would literally buy them. They're pretty stupid. Yeah, they did. They bought them. They never told me anything, and went up to me or went like, hey, that was fake or anything. Like they never told me nothing. I was like, these kids are just really dumb. They are really dumb. They're stupid. Like that. There's a lot of really stupid people out there. That's kind of when I started learning. And I was like, oh, so not all adults are smart, because the kids that I'm growing up with right now will not be smart adults.
I want to get back to the subject about how middle school is fucking cringy, but I remember in 7th grade I had 2 of the horniest fucking kids in my class.
Wait. Well, let me stop you right there. I don't know if I just incriminated myself. Just kidding. I didn't. JK. Continue.
No, but I legit had the 2 horniest kids, little boys.
Does that sound right?
No, but anyway, these little fucking kids that in my class, they would sit behind me and shit. They would say, yeah, dude, I was watching porn last night. I saw a girl get fucked in the couch really fucking hard.
What do you mean? That's just your friend. That's just one of your friends.
No. They're not talking to me. They're not talking to me. He's talking to this friend. They're little. But he was just, and he's like, hey, you know that girl in science class? He's like, oh yeah, what about her, dude? He's like, yeah, she has a fucking vibrator in her backpack. And that's when I turned around, I'm like, what? I keep in mind, I didn't know what the fuck a vibrator was. I'm like, what is that?
This is 8th grade. You're like, what?
The 7th grade.
I remember. Oh,
Yeah, 7th grade. I'm like, what is that? He's like, and then he's like, oh, you don't know, bro? You don't watch porn, bro? And they were legit. They would talk like junkies. That's how bad it
we're
was.
in 7th grade. You're talking like if you were 31
Like-
and smoking crack.
Yeah, you know what a vibrator is, bro?
Hey, man!
You got some of that vibration?
I don't know.
No, but fucking,
Yeah.
they legit. I think I was too scared to turn around. I legit started hearing a kiss just behind, just like, kind of hit the desk a little bit,
Nice. Nice.
and then
Oh, it caught that too.
Yeah.
just going back and forth into his hand in the desk. I'm like, I don't even want to turn around, bro. But
You're like, I kind of.
that's when the iPod. That's when the iPod came out. Like iPod Touch came out.
Oh man, that was legit back in the day.
But yeah, it's around that time, and kids had access to porn now, and that's
Kids had access to porn, and before it was just like, oh, someone had a magazine, and everyone's like, oh, let's see it. Like I remember finding a magazine in my house that my uncle had, and I was like, I ripped off a page, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use
cut a
this.
hole.
This was around puberty started. I didn't have a phone at the time. Just remember, I was about 12, and I just had that piece of magazine. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do every day now. Just got that time, save that time of the day for. I wasn't that specific. All I did as a kid was play the PSP. And I don't know if I can mention brand names.
You can mention.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know what you can mention nowadays without anybody getting offended. I was like, well, how would PSP offend someone? I don't know. Somehow it will. You can say anything and offend somebody. I could say fuck cats and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, what'd you say? All right, motherfucker, we have cats. I was like, we're not listening to your podcast.
Well, there's a cat in our fucking room right now.
There's a
I'm
cat.
petting her.
I like cats.
Right, Dixie?
Okay, and I don't think we'd be turning away the biggest audience there. Everybody who has a cat is probably like, yeah, has that
Yeah,
like,
fuck cats sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They're like, I do saw many people who has cats are just their cats are assholes.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and compared to other cats, they want that cat. Than
I
their
know,
own cat.
our cats fucking suck.
Exactly. Well, your cat sucks. You know.
Hell yeah, they fucking
Yeah.
suck.
Especially this one, she likes
No,
attention.
the other one,
Scat cat. No.
Scat Cat.
No, I like Scat cat. Dixie just, on the other hand, just wants like
How many cats do you have?
Yeah.
22.
Did you say 20? No, we don't.
Two cats. Only 2 cats. I meant
Like 22.
That's 22.
We have farm cats in the back.
Farm cats.
Well, I like to call them farm cats.
The stray cats.
They're straight cats.
How do they find this area?
I don't even know, but
I don't know about you, but like I really like this weather. And it's kind of cloudy. It's not rainy. It's not that cold. It's not that good. I know this is a podcast and no one gives a fuck about the weather, and I'm not a weatherman. And even if you do watch the weather, you're just like, I don't give a fuck about the weather. I'm just gonna.
I don't give a fuck when it's thunderstorming because you don't know if a tornado's gonna come. Wait, were you here when that tornado? No, you weren't here in my house, but I mean, like, it was 2018. It was almost the end of 2018.
There was a tornado.
There was a tornado.
I did not even know.
The alarms went off. Me and Jonathan were playing a Fallout online, and then we just barely started. Next thing you know, I got a fucking alert on my phone. Like, you know how it does the stupid little bullshit, like,
Oh yeah. Oh, the reason I don't know about it, I turned those off.
You
on my
turned-
phone. Yeah. I found out how to turn them off, and I was like, you can do that.
I turned off the Amber Alert one. I was getting annoyed with that.
Amber Alert, missing child. But like, if I find the child, they're not gonna say I found the child. They're gonna say I touched the child. So
Especially where we live.
exactly. Like, be like, hey, I found this child. Be like, motherfucker, get your hands in the air.
I really want to go to a place where I don't feel fucking. It sounds stupid. Oppressed. No, but.
You know, yeah, like.
Where I just don't feel
that's
like.
not gonna happen. You gotta move countries because this is the U.S. of A, son.
No, but I feel like because we live close to a city that's kind of nice. I don't want to say nice, but because I fucking worked there, I fucking hated it. But
Yeah.
where people won't lock their cars the moment I walk by.
Oh yes.
I legit hear the fucking clicking sound. I'm like, bitch, I don't even. If I were to steal your car, I would have done it already. But
Exactly. Man.
me and my cousin, we were.
Cluck, cluck.
Well, he was driving his own. Dixie, go away.
Do you see why?
But we
This
were.
guy's ass.
I think I already said that's up. Make sure you hear that part, John, because I think I said the town. But anyway,
Oh, you did? Okay.
okay. But anyway, the point is, He already parked his car. He was already walking to the store. But I rolled down my window, and there was a lady walking right beside him. And I'm like, "East Side, motherfucker!" And I'm like, and the woman legit ducked and went to behind the car. And then I'm like, as I was driving, I was like, what? I raised my arm. I'm like, what the fuck? Chill out, bitch.
It's just the color of your skin.
Like,
people don't get scared of me.
You just saw how I look. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Like, people don't get scared of me when they see me, but then, like, if they see me with this haircut that I have right now, you bet your ass they're gonna stare at me for a few minutes. I remember walking into the subway with this haircut, and some old man just staring me down. He's just, like, looking at me. And I was like...
Old people are funny.
Yeah. Old people?
Cause
fuck old people, man. I hate old people.
The funny, I remember I was at McDonald's with my buddy, and they were talking about how people are bullying Trump's kid. I don't know, about something stupid. And then it was just funny how the news anchor meant it. He's like, "Yeah, people now reporting in they are bullying Trump's child." And I'm like, and then the old man legit was like, and I went to my buddy, "Hey, that's a nice joke you said, bro. I really like that joke." And then the old man was like. He resumed back to eating.
Yeah.
But he got offended. I'm like, what? It's not even your fucking child.
Everyone's offended now. You could say "fuck young people" to me, and I'd just be like, "Yeah,
like, yeah, you
right.
right."
Yeah, I can see it. Like, I can see why old people are mad at like our generation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, what are you gonna do?
It really is. It really is hard to deal with the real world. Like, people getting offended nowadays.
Yeah.
Considering where we grew up. I mean, we were offended, but we didn't say shit about it though.
Yeah, like I don't really.
Like we were already race profiled. There was already the stereotypes with us. The baseball team was the fucking biggest racist group in our fucking town.
This is not just a general stereotype of the entire baseball team being white. By the way.
Our town.
Our town was just Our baseball team was just full of racist guys. Yeah.
There was only one black guy in the team, and they legit made fucking fun of him anytime he played, and then legit started saying the N-word, but with the ER at the end.
They call him like the C word, and by the C word I mean you remember those little guys that dig around trash cans. They call it, what they used to say in the segregation era. I bet you they called them.
Oh.
I don't want to mention it because then I will come off as a racist if I ever say this word. It's even more racist to say in the N-word, to be honest. Because this mean like people say the N-word casually now. You can't say this word without being a complete racist. Yeah, if you say this word, you're just like, wow, no, he is racist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Little guys, they look like robbers. They look like dig around trash cans.
Shut the fuck up, Kevin.
Okay, back to what you were going.
Our town was so fucking racist and shit. We had race wars in middle school.
Dude, I know.
And my senior year, the little fucking middle schoolers that after 8th grade they went to 9th grade, they legit brought their middle school race war into our high school.
They did?
Yeah, but we had a freshman campus, so all that shit was over there. So, so we didn't get to experience it, but I would hear about it. I'm like, damn, you guys are fucking still doing that shit?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I remember when the soccer team got in the fight with all the soccer team, aka Mexicans, got into a fight with all the black people, and I'm like, why is this happening? Like, they don't even know each other.
They legit just throw a punch. Like, it's because you're Mexican. It's because you're black. I'm like, bro, let's all stick together and fight the real
back well.
Not the real problem.
Hey, you guys, we're both oppressed, all right? Some more than others, all right?
No, but yeah, fucking legit, they brought their own race war into our high school. I'm like, bro, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, I'm too old for this shit.
It's just immature, man. Like, you can just look at people based on their personality instead of like what they look like, and like it's just never gonna happen. I could get into because I've gone into conversations with people where before I meet them, I'm just like, fuck that guy. Like, I just look at them and like, fuck this guy. And then I meet them and I'm like, they weren't that bad.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, not based off, just kind of like based off what they dress and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can tell a lot by a person by their shoes. It's weird.
Yeah, like but like you say that, but then like you're like, if they wear shitty shoes, you're just like, fuck that guy.
Oh no,
and then you meet them and you're like, they weren't that bad. Their shoes didn't define their character. But that's happened to me a lot when I was like, not generally shoes, just
how you dress. Yeah.
Yeah, just how you dress.
Oh yeah, fucking school is all about. Yeah, okay, this is another great example of why our school was fucking full of racism and shit. That we had uniforms.
Yes.
Color-coded, not
I
color-coded.
think that honestly made it worse.
It made it worse because then it made it easier to tell who was in a gang.
You'd always wear a red shirt.
Always wear a blue. It was mainly blue with the Mexicans, and then red was the black people. Like they were legit. I could say the fucking group name because they're not even a big thing, but they were called.
I knew a person named Lucius.
Blue Rosary on them. Either blue dicky shorts.
Don't you think that's hypocritical that you're a shitty person but you still believe in all that? You're like, I still am gonna pray at night, but fuck everybody.
I mean, I wear my rosary, but I'm not even in a gang.
It's like, okay, we'll continue. My bad.
Oh, but no, it's all good. But they legit, like, I know, I talked to buddies who were in grade above me, like, they were, where it was really bad, where there were actually gang fights and shit. Like, they would bring their own shanks and bullshit like that.
I've never heard about this.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I'll tell you about the shank thing in high school, though, that we all carried. Well, my class, we all carried shanks. But, fucking, they were legit, this is OG gangster shit, back, like, 90s kind of bullshit, like Ice Cube NWA bullshit. But they would legit meet up at the park and just straight up have a race war. Alright, first team to tap out.
I never saw this. This sounds pretty entertaining.
Oh, it was like in the early 2000s, bro.
Cool.
But it was like straight up gangster shit. But nowadays, it's just like fucking do Instagram Live and just talk shit to the other guy.
Social media has made everything lose all its credibility.
Yeah.
Like, no one can record a Snapchat and be like, hey, yo, motherfucker, meet me up or something. I don't know. I'm like, dude, you're on Snapchat. like,
hey,
right?
you know we out here doing our thing.
Exactly. I'm like,
we out here doing this thing for like for real. Come down.
Like, you're like, who's gonna like this doesn't
Just
sound
skip.
like you're like, no one's watching this. Like, that doesn't sound like imagine someone in a gang be like FaceTiming another gang.
Hey, bro, when I see you, fool, I'm gonna stab you, fool, like for real. I'm God, that shit. I legit, because I still have people that are involved in gangs, and I know them. And I would skip their stories. I'm like, bro, shut up. This is just straight up funny to me now.
It's become more of a meme than an actual thread. You know?
Like legit, like, hey, fool, I swear to God, fool, come down here and I'll shake you, I'll shoot you. Like, you know how we run this shit? That's it, like, and just.
Dude, I think you telling me about it is hilarious. But when I would see stuff like that, I'd be like, oh my God, why do I have social media? Like, I get on social media and I get mad. I'm like, why do I have this? And that's why I don't.
Yeah, you don't have nothing social media.
No, I don't have any. I don't have a problem with people having it. I feel like people can use it right. I hated it. Everybody else can have it. No problem with
Fucking
everybody.
birds.
Kind of like church. There's birds, yeah. Kind of like church for me. Like, yeah, dude, believe in whatever you want to believe in, man. Just don't invite me. Like, I have no problem, dude. If the first part of the book, yeah.
Yeah.
Second part has some. Yeah. Second part has some plot line issues. Yeah, the first part, how to be a good person. Yeah, man, follow that shit. Whatever. The Bible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone has different interpretations.
When people would talk about, I have Twitter, and when people talk about politics on my social media, I really unfollow pages. But I have a good friend that talks about politics,
Yeah.
and I always say the most stupidest shit after that. Like you won't get this meme because you haven't had social media forever.
Probably not.
But he would say something about Trump administration and Clinton and all about bullshit like that. I'm like, yeah, you're so right, bro. I want to be Winston. And then this one time, I'll show you an example. He was tweeting something. He was messaging me about some politic thing, but I really stopped paying attention to the first thing he said. When it was a full message, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna read this, bro.
Dude, yeah, my attention span lacks anybody else's interest.
Like, look. He just started saying, I find it to be very decisive, but usually whenever I debate somebody want to get convincing rather than humiliation. I used to block and walk, Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just...
That's great.
I just sent him a picture of just a... who is it? I know it's from Godzilla, but who is that?
I have no idea.
It's the turtle one.
you
He's like,
guys
shut the
cannot-
fuck up, liberal.
You guys cannot see this, but that shit is hilarious. Oh, man.
I'll make sure to tell John to put that on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Screenshot.
I just
Why did he
screenshot
do
for
that?
shit, man.
It's funny, look, when people are saying stuff so serious, people do this to me all the time. where I'm completely serious about a certain topic, and they'll send me like a meme like that, and just, oh my god, this is hilarious. I'm like, I'll be completely serious, and then someone just busts a meme out at me, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking funny. That's funny. And I bet you, like, if I think that's funny, but like, he probably got like mad when you said
No,
that.
he didn't get mad.
Oh, he didn't get mad?
He knows I say stupid shit after.
Yeah.
But it's just my way of saying of like, bro, I'm not interested in what you're saying at all.
Yeah.
It's just he tweets a lot about politics, and I'm just like, oh, I'm really good friends with him, so I'll just say the most dumbest stuff. Like, I want to be Winston. Like, the song. I don't. You see, you haven't been on social media at all in a while.
Nah.
It's the hit or miss. You don't know that song, hit or miss.
No. I don't.
Well, it's a meme about that. But anyway, besides the point.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about to begin with anymore. But anyway, I don't like talking about politics because I for one don't have any facts to back me up. I have experience about just racism.
Yeah.
Because we went to fucking a racist ass school district.
You think all schools are like that?
Oh, I don't think so. Sometimes I dream about. I'm like, man, it must be nice not to go to racist ass high school.
I think the only way it can't be a racist ass high school is if it's like purely just one race. Like it's just like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm talking about white.
The humpback whale.
I'm talking about private school. No one's racist because there's no other race.
True.
Yeah, I think all. I don't know. I think all schools are.
We're talking about because it might sound like, you know how we live in this fucking world where it's just we got so used to being offended. Like, it doesn't even offend. It's like another Tuesday for us.
Yeah. Like, but people.
But if you tell that story to someone out there, they're like, oh my goodness.
It is Tuesday. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even notice that when I said that. But anyway, but besides the point, like, if I tell that to somebody out there in a nicer part, they'll be like, oh my goodness, how could you be doing? Like, how could you do that? How could you live through that? I'm like, I would just say it was just another Wednesday for us. What you mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta get other people's perspective.
When I worked at this retail store, I was a cashier, and people were buying their back to school things. This little kid, he's like, I'm going to the first grade. I'm like, oh really?
No one gives a fuck.
No. Well, I had to be nice anyway, but he was. And then he's like, what school did you go to? And I'm like, I went to this. I'm not gonna say my school name, but I went to a school that. They didn't like me that much.
I can tell, like, I'm pretty sure you were discriminated more than I was, just because I have lighter skin.
Yeah.
Like, people just assume. Okay.
But the kid would keep talking. He's like, oh, how's high school? And I was going to tell you about all my friends carried shanks. Me, I'm like, oh, like, it's so bad. You want to see how I got this scar? I got it from high school. No, this is that I got it from my dog. Okay. But it made a good story though. I'm like, yeah, like me and my buddies, we had to carry shanks because we can never go to the bathroom alone because we'll get jumped. And the kid's like, wow! And remember, if we had a hardcore dress code. If we didn't ring a belt, you had to wear a fucking jumpsuit. Well, my brothers did when they went to high school.
Yeah, they did.
Basically, they wear like a red jumpsuit or an orange jumpsuit.
No, just straight up
blue jumpsuit.
However, the only.
They didn't say nothing?
No. Here's the thing. If you're out of dress code, they make you put on the jumpsuit, janitor's jumpsuit. However, that's a good style, and not to mention it was during that. I would just say right now. I'll make this a number 8. Boy. I thought that they like to be on the jumpsuit, so they consider themselves part of the gang in a way. So the blue jumpsuit made themselves official, their own shit than wearing the blue polo shirt.
Yeah.
That was back then until after I graduated. That's when they stopped with the blue jumpsuit. Because when all the
mailman
9 when all the left when all the to I graduated with the same year I went. That's where everything went fine, and that's where all the jumpsuits
they renovated the fucking high school. Like I'm telling you, like after that specific group of people, my people left. The high school was like, hey, you know what? Since they left, let's fix up the high school. And fuck all the racist teachers we had. Now they're gone. We could actually hire some good teachers.
Hey, I don't know if teachers are kind of like this, but I just realized like we switch staff fucking like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think all schools are like that. I
feel
think schools stay with the same.
I feel
teachers most
bad
of the time,
for the
like
teachers that work where the school we went to, because they legit
They
fucking.
switch all the time.
They deal with the most Our teachers, I give props to the teachers because they had to deal with the most obnoxious students.
Yeah.
And fucking enforce rules that they have no control over, and then they do stupid shit that they really disagree with. Like in English, you know how they taught us to do Ep.5.
Yes.
Like they said they hated that. There's no point of it.
Oh, pre-AP and just right.
Yeah, just they hated teaching that. And like I felt bad for teachers, but then they would act like a dick around the I'm like, yeah, you deserve that, bitch.
Yeah, it is. They deserve it. I mean, I could get it, but I'm like, why do you have a job that you hate? Get another job. But I remember being like, I'd have pre-AP classes and AP classes, and I just like normal class, go through it, and then I'd go to a regular class, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know I was in a special ed class. I'm like, God damn, is this how normal people are? We're fucking retarded as a society. I'm like, I didn't realize I was that smart.
Dude.
I don't think I'm very smart, but I just know I'm not very
This just
stupid.
reminded me when I lived in a different town in first grade, not around kindergarten, but hometown. I don't know. I knew my area so fucking well. I knew my education really well. Now let me tell you, that's when I realized racism existed. When I moved to first grade.
Like, right? That fast?
No, but I knew what racism was after 7th or 6th grade. But
I didn't know what getting drunk was until 10th grade. like 10th grade, like I remember being a kid and my dad telling me like I want to go home. We were at a party or something like that with my parents. I was like a little kid. And my mom was like, your dad's drunk. He's like, we gotta wait. And I was like, I don't care, I wanna go home. And then I realized like in 10th grade, and I was like, okay, if we had gone home, we wouldn't have gotten home. Continue with racism. Just go ahead.
Well, anyway, no, that's besides the point. Okay, well, it does kind of bring up. I knew Spanish. Like, I was fluent in Spanish, but as well, I was fluent in English already in first grade. But when I got here to hometown right now, they wanted to put me in a Spanish class, but I got so used to talking English. Then my mom cussed out the principal. She cussed her out in Spanish, and the principal was like, "All right, if your child can take this English course without failing 1 point, he'll be in an English class." I got 100, and my mom was just like, "Yeah, beat you up with that." Like. It was just, she cussed out the fucking principal. I'm like,
they're just so unreasonable.
I know, they don't give you a chance.
It's like the dumbest. It's like they want you to fail. Like it's
Oh yeah,
not,
they cared more about what you wore than instead of.
They don't give a fuck about our education, man.
Oh yeah.
Have I learned how to do my taxes? Have I learned how to invest money? What good things have I learned from high school? I'll tell you right now. If I took a what is that shit called? The fucking things to get into college. Those fucking.
Do a credit card?
No. Those things to get those tests you take to get into college, where it goes from like
Oh, the SAT.
SATs and ACTs. If I took that, I took one. I got a 31. If I took that shit right now, I'd get a fucking 0 or something.
Oh yeah, dude.
I didn't learn a goddamn thing. I memorized it for the test. That was it. That's all. And like, you don't learn fucking things in there. You don't learn how to be creative. You learn how to be a goddamn slave or something.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Dixie. That's her name, right?
Yeah, Dixie.
Dixie. Okay. You don't. Yeah. I mean, you don't learn anything. No one's learning about like what they should be passionate about. They're just like, do 7 fucking topics at one time and see how that goes. While you're going through the worst period of your life, which is going through like puberty and the most awkward times. And let's see if you guys can learn.
Boy, I swear to God, I can point out so many sexual harassments that I saw in middle school. Like,
oh, that's not sexual harassment.
there was a lot of sexual harassment in middle school, dude.
It's.
I don't condone it, but I saw it.
Yeah, you'd see stuff, and the girls would be like, "Stop," and the guys would be like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "Dude, you're fucking like." Could get arrested right now if the girl wasn't like a slut already, but
Oh yeah.
What kind of music do you listen to?
don't okay.
That's a big group right there, Joe. Ted. Damn, Louis C.K., when'd you get here?
That's not what I meant to say. That's not at all what I meant to say. But the girls that were getting like just like that. These girls have like 6 kids right now. So I mean,
Yeah, I had a pregnant girl behind me in 5th grade.
dude, what?
Yeah, 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yeah, I sat in front of her and she was already pregnant. I made this stupid joke. I'm like, just don't give birth while I'm sitting here.
I was gonna mention 7th grade, 5th grade.
5th grade, bro. 5th fucking grade. Oh, that's... Yeah, our town's wild.
It's well, I bet you like people that live like in the ghetto.
Oh, there's
part
people.
of,
I bet there's worse schools than
Yeah,
us.
I don't.
It's just something I did not expect when I got here.
I don't know. You're just like, it's a small, quiet town.
Small quiet town. I was like, nope. How about racism, stereotyping,
Sexual
underage shit,
harassment.
sexual harassment. Oh my god, we had a teacher get arrested because of sexual harassment. I'm not gonna say the teacher's name, but yeah, he got arrested because of sexual harassment. Because from what I fucking heard, he had a fucking
If you fuck the teacher, hey, if that's what your goals was in high school, you'd be like, dude, I'm
Hey,
the
this
man.
is 4th grade.
Oh, 4th grade? That is disgusting.
What I fucking heard, it was even on the radio. That I listened to the radio and then it said something like my town's name, 4th grade teacher sexually assaulted a couple students, and then I heard rumors, I can't fucking say this is official or not, that he had a bottle of sperm in his cabinet.
Oh, okay.
And okay, Kevin, all right. No, but I legit, I'm like, bro,
This town.
you got life. You got life now. If that was my child, dude, I would be the only one leaving in that. I would be the only one leaving that classroom alive. That guy would not have a chance.
We're making millions. We're suing the school district.
Suing the school district, beating the shit out of that teacher,
Okay,
fucking
well, you
torture
can't.
it.
No, well, then.
Oh,
If you do that-
I will.
Well, if you do that, you're gonna lose the lawsuit. But you're not making millions.
I have no sympathy for rapists and shit.
Oh hell no! That's something I never would tolerate at all. Race.
Dude,
Okay.
when you went to the parties, like, don't say any names, but
No.
did you see that shit? They
What?
were trying to get the girls drunk and shit.
Oh man, dude, all the time. Like. You
And I felt bad for the only girls that go to the party. Like, the only
But-
one girl. I straight up, one girl went to a party one time, from what I heard. And everyone was trying to get at her. Like, they legit sit next to her, and then she would, like, reject them. Then another guy would sit next to her, reject. It was basically a line. She would just keep rejecting them.
Dude, guys are disgusting. Man.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Guys do not give a shit. Guys will go up to a girl and then they think this is a compliment. Hey girl, you got a fat ass. And you think the girl's gonna be like, oh, thank you. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? No.
Hey, girl, let me get the, Snapchat.
They think that's a compliment. And
Hey,
I'm
bro,
like,
let me, shower with you in my jizz.
that's not, I've never heard that. But that's essentially what they were saying.
Double cocky.
Jesus Christ, man. It's so bad.
I
can't remember ever being that stupid.
I never went to those parties just because of that. I didn't want to be involved in that shit. If something were to happen, I didn't want to be involved in that. That's why I never went.
Well, invited me to your. I said his name.
They invited me to the yeah. You said his name. I was going to get it corrected, but
There's a lot of.
I remember
those guys.
when I went. It was my sophomore year. They started handing out flyers in school, like saying, "Come to this party, fool." And I'm like, I'm not going to this damn party.
It's just people sitting around the bonfire drinking beer, and I'm like, people that I don't even know, and I'm like, why am I here? I don't drink.
Yeah, that was the thing that always bothered me about the parties. They were legit just sit down around a campfire and just drink. And let's just, who can drink this Bud Light faster? You or me?
Great.
So where's the liquor at anyway?
So you got beer.
And that's when they finally got liquor and shit.
Yeah.
And that's when all the controversy bullshit started happening, like from what I fucking heard.
Did we start this? Did we make this? We made parties terrible? I think, did our generation fuck that up? Or
I
have
feel like
parties always been terrible our age?
Or, okay, look, our town fucking sucks because they are so late to every fucking thing I've seen.
Hey, the party
Like,
starts
when
at
it comes
9,
to
everyone shows up at 11.
No, I don't mean by that. I mean just
Or
like
what?
our town are late fucking bloomers because
Oh, like about hearing about stuff? They're like, bro, I discovered Frank Ocean. Dude, his album came out 2 years ago. Like that.
no, something like that. But
What,
Okay,
wait,
Nick,
what was it about involving our Project X and people just?
I'm gonna bring that Project X party up in a bit.
Okay.
But
Can we say Project X?
you know the hype beast.
Podcast
You know the
is
hype beast
called-
clothing Supreme, right?
Supreme, yeah.
People barely fucking found out about it 2 years ago. That shit's been out for like the
years.
fucking longest.
Yeah, I never wanted
And
one.
they legit started buying the bootlegged shit. They don't even go out and buy the real stuff. They legit start buying the bootlegged ass shit known to man. And they would get onto my ass when I would wear the real shit around them. And they would be like, boy, you actually pay me that much money for that shit? And I'm like, yeah, dude, because I heard about it from a long time ago. And I paid money for it back then.
Yeah, people are like, no, I'm going to...
And then the party thing. Those parties have been going on for the longest. Once our town heard about, like, hey, did you know we could party? Because we're this age now? And like they...
I was like, no, I didn't. And then I went to one and I was like, well, this is fucking horrible. This is not what I expect. The movies make it much better.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I saw my first fight. It was so disappointing.
I never saw a fight.
I saw like fights in
videos and stuff.
Fights in videos too, but I was so disappointed because I grew up watching WWE. I expected to see a duplex, a DDT, a Hurricanrana. No, I just fucking saw just legit fucking monkey swinging fighting.
It's so funny. They weren't hitting each other the entire.
And their heads would be down like this. I'm like, bro, fucking fight like a boxing match.
Did you ever see that meme where those two kids were fighting and they showed in slow motion?
Oh, and
they're throwing so many punches and land like 1 out of like 50. The other ones are just all misses. And I'm like, wow, it looks like y'all are actually hitting each other.
Oh, if you ever see a fight in the street recorded in slow motion, it's really fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. You guys, y'all need to do that. iPhones do that now, right?
iPhones, yes, they record in slow motion.
Yeah.
Record in slow motion. That's what I wish I did in high school. I wish I recorded that shit in slow motion.
I don't have an iPhone, just so y'all know. So I don't know about this stuff. Everyone's just like, did you know you can record in slow motion? I was like, I never need that, but okay.
Kevin at night, he's masturbating as he's come just...
Oh my god. I'm not that type of person. Oh my god.
People will pay money for that shit, kid.
Jesus
You're gonna be a
Christ.
star, kid.
You're gonna be a star.
A porn star.
Oh man. I think like you're just like, if you ever decide to be a porn star, you're just like, in the rest of your life, you're just like done. Like,
yeah, you're like...
You're done. You can't like, okay, you're gonna ruin everything to be a porn star.
What do you mean?
Like, you have no personal life. Like, all the people that you've known, you don't get any respect if you're a porn star. You think people are gonna respect you?
That is true. You don't really get respect as a porn star.
No, I'm talking like, this is with everything though. Like, just depending on the career you choose. I guess that's why some people are businessmen or
I respect sex workers though. I do respect them.
Sex workers?
Sex workers. But I do respect them. But I do feel bad when they start like shunning them. I'm like, bro, that's how they're making their living. Like, how are you gonna get mad at them for that? I mean, they're working for their shit.
I've never even thought about it. But I just feel like, I mean, whatever career you choose, you get really. I mean, people are gonna generalize.
Yeah, I'm like, look,
you.
if you're making money, good for you.
Yeah, I guess.
But if you judge someone for how they make their money, you're a piece of shit.
Well, like
I respect drug dealers.
Drug dealers. Why would you respect the drug dealer?
They're making money somehow. Nah, I don't really respect drug dealers, but
No,
that's really bad.
that's not.
I was kidding.
Boy!
Well, see, that's the thing though. Like, I'm kind of interested in what you're saying. Because
Well, here's the problem. My phone. So I'm pretty sure we remember 11.
But
like, cause you can't. I mean, you could say that, yeah, don't judge people for this and this and that, but you're gonna do it.
oh yeah,
I could say a lot. I'm like, no, don't judge people for this and this and that, whatever.
I wish they were to teach that,
But
like a
you're
class
always
like
gonna
that
do
in high school.
Oh, like learning about how to
Not to judge people, because I remember this one girl. They legit made a rumor about her, and legit everybody was just knowing for that.
Taco Bell.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna censor that because I feel like if she were to listen to that, she's like,
Taco
What about the girl? Never heard.
Alright. I see. I knew that. Just I'm like, oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Taco girl.
Okay, dude, that's another one to fucking censor right there.
Another one? Why?
She's never gonna hear this.
I don't fucking care, bro.
Alright, number 12.
You can never be too safe.
But anyway, just.
So what's happened to the...
No, it's just once you give them a nickname, you're gonna hear. You're like, oh, why do they call them that? Oh, it's because of this.
I mean, you're gonna.
If you're a girl and your name, you had a store name and a girl, the name girl after, You did a sex act caught on camera.
Okay, this is the thing though. Like, there's a lot of things that you're like, don't judge about this, don't judge about that. But it's different. Men are gonna judge. Like, okay, men and women, it's all gonna be judged differently. Like,
Shut up! You're wearing Hollister.
Let me. This is what I was talking about. The place that I work at. If I'm trying to have a serious conversation with my brother and I try to make a point, he's like, "Shut up! You work at so and so," and like, you can't make any points now. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." But like, okay, one of the things was like my parents let me go out whenever I was around 16 or 17. I started driving. They didn't let my sister go out, and they're like, "Why don't you let me go out? Why you let Kevin go out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of messed up." But this is why we do this. Your
sister did tell me that. Your sister did tell me that.
Okay, but this is why they do that. Because they know fucking guys are horrible.
Yes.
They're not doing it because they don't trust girls. They're not judging girls. They're like, "You're sexist." My sister says, like, "My parents are sexist." So I was like, no. They know there's fucking creepy guys out there. I know this because I am a guy. And I've met plenty of creepy guys.
That is fucking true right there. That is straight facts right there.
So you can't judge. People are like, don't judge off of that. Like, let them go out at the same time. And I'm like, in a sense, you're right. But in another sense, it's iffy, you know? It's hard to do that as a parent. Like, if you're a parent, you're just like, oh,
no, that's what's sucks. I really would like to have a daughter, but just knowing that shit, that how the world is.
Like, I'd be more scared for my daughter out in the real world than my son.
And then I know she'll be mad at me because I'll be doing shit like that. I'm like, because if I were to have a son, I'll do the exact same shit.
Yeah.
Or I'll say, like, take your brother with you. She won't want that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't trust people out there in the world how they act.
Yes.
I want my daughter to do anything she wants. Like, there's parents out there that's like, don't put this type of makeup on until you're this certain age. I didn't know that was a fucking thing until I heard it happen where I worked at. I'm like,
my mom didn't let my sister shave her legs till a certain age, and I'm like, you think if you keep hair on her legs, it's gonna stop guys? That is not gonna stop any guy.
That's sort of my fucking thing. I'm like, dude, like, I fucking hate men because of that shit.
Men are terrible.
Oh,
but
yeah, they are.
I'm a man. I know it. I can never. Women, I bet women are. Some women probably think, yeah, women are shit too. But then I'm just like, guys are way worse. we kind of fuck a lot of things up. We tend to do that. I think because guys have big egos.
Yeah.
Guys have big egos, and I think that's a big problem. Girls have more of a. I don't know. I'm not a girl, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But guys have big egos. Is the point? Is what I'm trying to get at. Like, if you try to talk to a guy in like a reasonable,
they'll call you a white knight or some bullshit like that, a beta male.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, I'm telling you the fucking truth. Like, honestly, meet me out there in the fucking street. We can settle this shit right now, but I'm telling you how it is, because we're looking bad out here because of y'all.
We look dumb because of stupid people. What is this?
Well, yeah, since you mentioned about that,
What'd I say?
Why am I a soft boy?
Yeah, you fucking sent me a message. You called me a soft boy. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I'm just kidding.
I was hoping he'll mention Frank Ocean or something. He's like, is it because I like Frank Ocean or what?
I saw the Frank Ocean thing on there, and I was like, soft boy? Yeah, it's Ivan. My brother sent it to me, and he was like, people pretend to be like you to try to get girls, and I'm like, are you calling me a soft boy? And then he's like, yeah, and I'm like, it doesn't work. You don't see me out here with any girls.
Slinging bitches and shit.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, yo, you want to go get some bitches? That sounds weird even when I say it.
Yeah, it does.
You want to go get some bitches, man?
Hey, you want?
No, not at all.
You want to get some? You want to get some horse jolly?
Just say it like that. Hey guys, you want to go get some bitches? Jesus Christ, man.
We're gonna get drunk and liquor tonight, guys, fellas.
What were we talking about?
How men are trash.
Yeah.
Yes, men are garbage. See, but if I say that, that's the thing though.
White knight.
Okay, this is the thing about offenses, getting offended. Just because I'm a certain thing, just because I'm a man, I can make fun of men, and that's fine. But I can't make fun of anything else that I'm not without people getting offended. Just, it's a joke, man. I don't mean a lot. A lot of shit that I say, I do not mean. I'm being sarcastic.
You're offending me.
You're So for anybody that gets offended in this podcast,
I really hope I don't offend anybody in this
I
podcast.
will.
I didn't say shit at all.
You're good, Jonathan.
Yeah,
It's
the only
me.
thing I mentioned was this is number 13 now.
The family.
The family.
The family that was
There you go,
that
13
ran the
now.
town.
Except for them. But I doubt they listen to that shit. They're out there.
Slanging dope.
Still,
Most of them are arrested or dead by now.
Oh, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine with
That
that.
actually was pretty funny.
See, someone will still get offended. Like, you're wishing death upon someone? No, I'm just glad they're not. out
I'm
in
wishing
the open.
death. I am wishing death upon people that made me. In high school, in basically the school system, we felt like we were framed. You know what I mean? Like we were framed for crimes we didn't commit.
You, yeah.
I was, not you. Because
My name is Kevin.
If you were to see me,
That sums it up right there. You think I got any discrimination?
if you were to see me and Kevin next to each other, you'll see like if you were a cop.
Yeah.
And I were to call the police on Kevin, and you would get there. If my name was Kevin, you're gonna say the guy with glasses right there is Kevin. I'm gonna shoot the guy who called the cops. I was the one who called the cops, and I'm the one who gets shot.
You point the gun at you. The funny thing is that probably would happen. That's not unlikely here.
Yeah. I would get.
It's great, man. It's a society we live
Say
in.
Kevin were to steal my car. I call the cops, and I get arrested because they think I stole my own car.
It's like I'm standing literally next to no car, and you point the gun at me. Get your hands up in the air! And I'm like, what did I do? You don't. Okay, I can't say it. The cop in his head is like, he has brown skin.
You could be a
But
troublemaker.
You can't say that.
In high school, I took a law enforcement class. I was
Fun.
I was the only Mexican in that class, and that cop trusted the shit out of me. I'm like, first time a cop didn't feel the need to pull a gun on me.
Dude, it's because he met you, and he like, you meet
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and then you meet people, and you start respecting
I was
them.
his assistant of that class. Like I reloaded the airsoft guns they got to shoot, but I never got to shoot any of it.
Oh.
But I was the assistant of that class. I would pass out the note, like the papers and shit. I'm like, yeah, boys, cops and pigs united, see?
Yeah.
No, but and then I was working at a house for a cop,
Yeah.
and he was like telling me all his cop stories, and he's like, "Have you been in a ride along?" I'm like, "Yeah, in the back seat." and then he was, "Oh no, I had my run-ins with the cops before too," and he was telling me when he got arrested when he was a kid too.
The cop got arrested.
Yeah, when he was a kid, 'cause he wasn't a cop yet, but
Oh,
he was
yeah.
just buying beer, but he was underage. He got arrested for that.
I've had my run-ins with the cops. If you see my face, I mean, not
You don't think he gets running with the cops,
I've-
honestly.
I've gotten in run-ins with the cops in just like the most unluckiest ways. I was just at one of my friend's house. It was just three. We were fucking just sitting in his house watching TV. You get a knock on the door. He's like, "Is this your car?" And I was like, "It's under my dad's name, but." And it's not even my car. And he's like, "We got an eyewitness that says that you were breaking into a car and like on something street." I didn't know the street. And I'm like, "Do you know where that's at?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, he was like if I knew what I was talking like.
Oh yeah,
like,
you do, buddy.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah, you
he was
do.
like, "Come on." He's like, "Come on." And I was like, "I don't know that street. I don't live here." And like,
No,
it's just like,
you don't live here. Then why are you here? Then?
dude, this cops will try to pressure you so you'll fuck up. And I'm like, that doesn't work all the time because you make people like me nervous. Because you hear people like, "Fuck cops," and then they run with the cop and they're like, "Ugh." That's me. That's yeah, like I was nervous. I was like, dude, I was here the entire time, and I was like, okay, let me lay out my entire plot, like what happened. I was like, I went to pick up my friend around this time, and like there was a guy on the street, supposedly the eyewitness, and I was like, how the fuck does this even happen? And then like I didn't have. Okay, this is the bad part. I didn't have my wallet on me. I left it at home. I was like a 5-minute drive from my house, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna need it. The only time I ever fucking need it. And then what's ironic is that happened twice. And I said the same thing. I was like, I'm not gonna need it. Both times have a run-in with a cop, and I'm like, Jesus, is that my luck? Like, I was like, am I just that guy that one day, like, every single time I was like, I'm not gonna need my wallet. And I was like, woo, every single time I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's the kind of type of coincidence that was like, maybe God does exist. God's like, you gotta have your wallet, man.
I told you, been sending you signals, bro.
Yeah.
What happened after that? Did you get
I just
arrested?
explained to him, like, I was like, I gave him all, I sounded professional. I mean, I was like, I went to pick up my friend at this time. We came to his cousin's house, and then we went here, and we were just watching TV. And he was just like, okay, fine. He's like, but if it was y'all, just don't do it again. He's like, God. I was like, I'm fine. I was like, it didn't. That wasn't me. And I was like, I was being professional. I was like, completely for real.
You back talking me, son?
And like,
you asking for a fist in it?
And like, I just respected him. Like, I'm sure if I argue with him, he would have just arrested me.
If you live in a town that sounds similar to our town, just agree with the cops.
Yeah.
Just
no point in arguing.
No arguing, bro.
That's
my buddy learned that the hard way.
Yeah, never. I didn't argue with him. I was just like, okay, that's not what happened. If you think that's what I was like, explained everything. He let me go. And then like another time, I got pulled over, and I was like, fuck, I left my wallet. And he didn't give me a ticket for no license because I knew my number. But cops can be dicks, and they're like, I'm gonna give you a $10 ticket just because you don't have your license on you. I'm like, dude, you see it in the system. You don't even have to give me this. But he's just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like a $10 ticket. He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to waste your time. Just an inconvenience for me, man. Like $10, that's nothing. But like, he just wanted to do it. Yeah. Well, I guess that's why they say fuck cops. I mean, that's their job though. Like, you can't really. I don't really hate them.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them. Like, they're just straight.
I
dicks.
feel like they need background checks.
Dog.
No. Okay. See, that's hard.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, okay. Well, I'm trying to say like they should invent
Personality.
a personality test.
Because like
they should have like a patience test.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I can see why cops are dicks.
Yeah, because there's sketchy people out there.
You deal with like the stupidest fucking people. Like the people that are pulling, like you pull people over like me, and you're just like, okay.
Still getting mad at the wrong person.
They still get mad at me and whatever, but then like I'm like, dude, cops are fucking dicks. But then like, if you've seen what they've had to deal with, you're just like, god damn. I'm like, I can see why you're a dick. You'll watch like those. I watched like a cop show like one time, and it's like, wow, people just take off. They're just like, hey. There was a cop one time on the show. He's like, just gonna ask a guy for questions. It's like, do you know where someone lives? Dude just busts taking off. He's like, why is he running? And then they start chasing him. They're just gonna ask him a few general questions. And he's like, nah, man, y'all gonna arrest me. I got weed. I was like, you just incriminated yourself. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say nothing, man. They're not gonna check you. They can't check you unless they have a warrant. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. I remember I had a run with a cop in 6th grade. It was when the gym teachers got lazy, where they just stopped making us do the stupid push-ups, sit-ups, like 30 of them. Then we actually start class. Well, they just start sending us outside just to walk around.
Oh yeah, we did that when I was in gym too.
No, but they sent us to the parking lot just to walk around, and they confused me with another Mexican kid that started throwing grass at a car. I just happened to be in the area when it happened. And they legit fucking checked my hands if I had grass. The cop put on gloves, and he brought this fucking evidence bullshit that I know was bullshit, didn't even work. He was just trying to scare me so I could talk.
He just like lie so you could make up.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I confess, I fucking did it. Well, I told him, well, I never did it, and I almost started crying, like, I didn't fucking do something I didn't do. And then he was like, he started doing this with his fingers, just like, look at that. And he's like, oh, you see this? But it was just like residue on his glove already. He's already had it. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. He's like, yeah, only when that comes out on the glove, that means that you've been touching grass. And then I'm like, but I didn't even touch grass though. And then plus the custodians were mowing the lawn.
Wow, I feel like you did get discriminated against.
Oh, and then the gym teacher's like, he remembers it because I asked my best friend's little brother if he has this gym teacher. And he's like, oh yeah, he remembers you. I'm like, I only talked to him one time.
He's like, that's that fucking kid.
And that's the fucking kid who threw grass in my car.
Like,
no, but
motherfucker's gonna get grass
then
in my car?
the fucking cop gave me a lecture. It's like, if you do stuff like this, like you said, you could be a criminal one day.
You think they're out arresting? You think in Dallas that's a big problem, dude? Not today on Fox News. Another man throws grass at another car. Yeah, this is another case of the grass throwers or some shit.
We're not gonna catch this thief. Hey chief, any news on that grass thrower? No, I've been chasing that man for 2 years.
Exactly.
Always catch grass in my car. But yeah, I was at the point of tears because the cop just fucking, he started screaming at me. Then he was like, "Oh, don't worry, little buddy," and then he fucking screams at me again and shit. Then then at the end of the day, I got the, all right, no going to gym for life, like guilty as charged.
Yeah.
And I knew the kid who did it.
It was that kid, but you didn't want to be a snitch.
No, I kept pointing at him.
Oh.
I kept pointing at him because the next time, all my other buddies got in trouble because of him. Because I happened to be in tutoring class while they were at gym, and basically they all got busted for watching porn. When and they kept pointing, "It was that person, Your Honor."
Your Honor.
It was that person right there. And
Dude, I hate how they make us like if you go to court, you have to like, fucking. Okay, this is random, but you have to talk to them like if they're like a king. It's like, Your Honor. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is some guy that's just gonna send me to jail or not? You gotta talk to him like you respect them.
Yeah, I'm still like,
Your Honor.
If I'm gonna go to jail, might as well just go all out.
What's your real name, Bill? Hey, Bill.
Kevin.
It's like a stupid name.
Yeah, Kevin is stupid. I'm just kidding.
It's like a judge. I could never be a judge. Judge Kevin. It's like no respect whatsoever. Kevin.
Oh my god.
You walk into court, you into court, you see his nameplate, it says Kevin. It's the first thing you say.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
How many minutes are we at?
We're in 1 hour 25 minutes.
We're doing pretty well.
We got 5 minutes left.
What should we end
26
this on?
minutes now.
I don't know.
What are you gonna talk
What was a fucking summary of this whole podcast? Racism in our town.
High school.
High school, middle school puberty. Men are trash. Cops.
Offended.
Running with the cops. Getting offended. It was just basically our town. There's more to it. I can go on days talking about what I went through. It's just a funny kind of discrimination to me. It's like,
you got a funny story on there. I didn't see. I would have never. I know that people get discriminated against, but I just don't get it. But like the shit you have to deal with for real, man. Like my brother was telling me the other day. He's like, dude, I could never imagine being like a black.
The humpback whale.
Fucking everyone treats you like shit just because of how you look. He's like, dude, we don't get it that much just because we don't look. I mean, we look white, so we're not, but we look white.
You do, I know.
Yeah. Well, me and my brother sort of, but he's like, dude, yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I could not imagine it. Like, you just all the fucking time, just people blaming you for shit and all that. And I'm like, god damn. I was like, I'm really glad I didn't have to go through that. So fuck, I have a lot of respect for what they went through, man.
Oh hell yeah.
They with some bullshit. Like the stories I've read and all this, and what I've seen on the news recently, and dude, I saw a video on a cop. This was a little while back ago, where some cop was like, this lady was in her car. She was a white.
The humpback whale.
Roll down her window. She's like, I've just seen too many videos of what y'all do. And he's like, I'm not gonna roll it down. And the cop literally, this is what he says. He's like, relax, man. We only shoot black.
Humpback whale.
And I'm like, wow. That is the worst choice of wording right there. That is pretty okay.
Oh my
That's
god.
That pretty much explains it all. And so the people wonder, they're like, but dude, the people that say blue lives matter, go fuck yourself. They do matter, but we're not talking about that, all right? We're talking about the discrimination that
the humpback whale
people have had for fucking forever. That shit is never gonna end. Blue lives matter. Get the fuck out of here, man.
God, Kevin. I mean, I respect cops, but there's times where I don't respect them because how they treat me, even though I'm giving them my respect.
You're not gonna people say respect your elders. Fuck that. Give me respect, you get respect.
But,
right?
Boy, but people don't think about old people. Stupid people get old. Stupid people get old too. You know.
Yes.
That's it. Though people don't think about.
People think that everyone who's old is old and wise, and they've learned so much throughout their lives. And I'm like, no, that's not right at all.
Y'all just y'all had poor choices in life. Y'all just happened to gotten old.
Yeah, y'all just get. This one lady was talking to me about that. Like, she was like, I told her, I was at work, and she was making up some bullshit about how you get wise and you still drink, and I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not like you can be old and drink, that's fine, but like what she explained to me, she's like, see, when you get older, you're gonna want to drink or something like that. It's like, see, whenever you get like stressed or something like that, you're gonna want to drink or something. And I was like, that's called avoiding your problems. And she was like, no, that's just having a drink. And I was like, no, that's not what that is.
That's called avoiding your problems.
That's called avoiding your problems. You're 40 something. You're like 47 and you don't know this? I'm like, I know exactly what that is. That's you not wanting to deal with your own bullshit, so you start drinking to ignore it. And I'm like, you're not wise at all. You're just stupid.
Oh my, I fucking hate people, bro.
They're dumb, man. People, like, right now I'm at, like, 21. And, like, I've met, like, my brother is 25, and I can honestly say I'm more mature than he is, in a certain sense.
But you're barely hitting puberty, Kevin.
I barely hit puberty. Because, like, the way I tell them, like, what the choices that I want to do, like, how I want to move out and all this. And they're like, "What? Why would you move out right now when you don't have a career?" And I was like, "You think I'm gonna move out and have my career? You think that's what's gonna happen? You think I'm gonna move out only when I have a full career? Only when what I want to do for the rest of my life? That's when I'm gonna move out? No, I'm gonna move out before then. Just because he didn't do it doesn't mean I can't. It's dumb, man. They don't see my point of view either. They're just like, that's dumb, and I'm like, just look at my point of view. How is that dumb? Like, I can see what you're talking about. Like, you want to stay until you got a career, but I want to move out to be responsible, so I know what it's like to be an adult. And they're like, nah, you're stupid. And I'm like, you don't get. I went on an entire rant, like 30 minutes long about it. Not a rant, but just like explaining to them. And I was like, I've looked at it completely differently now. Like, how the only reason I hated my job at the bank was because I wasn't mature enough. Like, I was like 19. I used to work at a bank. And I was 19. I was a call center agent. It was fucking immature. I hated it. And then I look back at it and I was like, you know what? If I did that now, I'd be like, fucking no problem. But back then, I went in with the intention of like, just like, fuck, I hate this. I hate being here. But now if I went in, I'd just been like, oh,
well, you should talk about. We'll do a bonus podcast.
Bonus podcast.
We'll talk about our first job.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Well, this concludes Hollywood Based in Radio with my special guest Kevin and my brother John.
Yeah.
This was a loud and a little controversial podcast because usually
sorry guys,
I'm
pretty loud.
There's just stuff I just can't talk around family members and friends because I just can't talk about. I can talk about with John, but just other friends in general, I just can't talk about because it just makes me uncomfortable with them. But when I have a buddy in high school who dealt, well, he didn't really deal with most of the shit I did.
No, I did not.
I'm gonna be like a guy named Kevin.
But who knows that happened to me in high school?
Yeah,
it's a little bit more comforting. Well, yeah, that concludes this podcast. In a bit, we're about to do a little bonus with Kevin because he still has more to talk about.
Yeah, we kind of got up most of the
All right, peace.